I'm 23 years old and I've never been in a serious relationship. I'm like, I'm not sad about it or fucking pissed or anything about it. It's just weird how I came to this point of my life. I've if you were to ask me now why why I wouldn't be in a relationship, well, it so check this out, man. I've never been in a fucking relationship once in my fucking. I've tried to, but in the end, I've always just got stuck in the headspace of, man, I'm nowhere near the fucking level of these other guys, and that's the reality of it. I guess my standards are they might be just way too high. You know, I've always thought about this as a fucking kid, man. I I remember just telling myself, I remember telling myself, whichever girlfriends I have in the near future, I'm gonna spoil. That's the little kid me. Now I want to be in a relationship, but at least I gotta have enough money for me to be on a vacation for at least a week or two with that one. Have I made that happen? No. Am I gonna make that happen? Absolutely, absolutely. Just takes patience and time. A lot of patience, and I'm worth. I'm not worth all that patience. I'm I'm open to that patience. That makes any fucking sense. I'm open to the slow process. I really don't care how long it takes me to get to that point. But it I'm saying this, and most of you guys are like, how come it's not bad? Like it's not it listen, I when I was talking the closest I've got to being in a relationship was with this one girl, right? Um I remember her saying she does not mind. She used to date. I remember she literally put the fucking hand out for me to fucking. She gave me the plate, but I didn't fucking eat what was on the plate. She said, "I don't mind dating broke guys." And at the time, we were talking about like relationships and like just not being able to take out. I'm pretty sure I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was me venting to her saying, "I can't be in a relationship because blah blah blah, and I don't have enough money. I'd rather spoil my girl." And she said that. She literally said that right after. She was like, "Hey, I really don't mind. I really don't mind. I used to date this broke guy. This fucking poor guy." I'm like, I found it funny, but at the same time, I believed her. I definitely believed her. I believed her. I just completely believed her, which is fucking true. You can make you can definitely make a fucking relationship work if you guys are willing. Um, but it's right. But for me personally, in my fucking head, in my soul, I just cannot do it. I gotta have the fucking money, and because in a way it's backfired on me for sure. Um, because I would get into these relationships or the talking stages, and they just lead to nowhere, man. They would just lead to fucking absolute fuck off. Um, it just led to fuck off, and it backfired on me in a way because I don't like I still haven't been in a relationship, and I've not learned it. It's like not only that, but I remember being in this fucking when I started talking to this girl, man. This girl knew way more than I did. By the time I started talking to her, I was level 5. Dude, I was literally I was literally the fucking low level that paid for the armor, right? The fancy fucking looking armor, right? That nobody gets when they're new. Pay for that and then go straight into the high fucking levels, right? I did exactly that with this fucking one girl. And at the time, yeah, and exactly, I would, I had this armor, right? That I didn't buy it, but you know what I mean? I I had the fake persona. I made it look like I had fucking bodies, which I fucking didn't, man. I remember just lying to this girl so many fucking times, and it ultimately backfired because I was just so insecure about me not having enough fucking money, you know. And even if you ask me now, like, would I still date a girl now with the fucking relationship that I have? No, absolutely. Still no. Still fucking dating no. But I'm open to being. I'm open to the process. And I'm, it. If it takes a long time for me to get to that point, it's gonna take me a long time to get to. You know, I'm open to the slow process. At the end of the day, it's a step by fucking step, man. And you just gotta learn, man. But I did exactly that. She saw the person that she thinks she saw, but in reality was just an insecure fucking incel game. I remember telling this girl so many fucking. I remember the biggest lie I told her that really just fucked it all up from the beginning was I told her I was speaking one relationship, one, and this is with this one light skinned black woman that I've never even fucking talked to in my life. I just showed her. I don't know why I showed her a picture. I showed her a picture of this girl, like a fucking moron. What the fuck does that? Who shows another picture of of another girl when you're trying to get a fuck? It's so I just hate myself, man. But I just showed up this fake persona and it backfired. I think she ultimately saw who I truly was. And what she saw in my head is what I think she saw me as just an insecure fucking guy. That's all. Just a fucking liar. And it sucks. It just really fucking. After all that thing ended, man, like if eventually she found another guy, she saw the fake thing, she found another guy. Um, I didn't mind honestly. If anything, I was I'm gonna sound like like a cuck master here, but I was actually happy for him, because it was going on for almost 2 years with this girl. It was just fucking stupid. It was just lies after lies after lies, and like I said, it backfired. It backfired on. Um, I was gonna say if any of you guys are relating to me, which I fucking doubt, I bet none of you guys can relate to me. That who lies about like who? No, man, it just I don't know. I just wish I actually just take an opportunity. But at the same time, I'm glad I didn't take the opportunity. It kind of made me who I am now, and I'm honestly proud of what I'm seeing. I'm honestly proud of my results. I just truly am, and there's something more than that. And it's weird because I literally, and it wasn't because I didn't have enough money. Like I have a dream. I want to pursue shit that nobody in my family has ever fucking done. That's my biggest fucking thing. Um, and it and like I said, it backfired so many times, and it and it even oh my god, it even got worse. I started paying for that. I started paying um for that activity. I'm gonna see that for I started paying for things. Um, it led me to this horrible down spiral, and ultimately it fucking all stopped. I'm not doing that shit anymore. It was just so fucking bad. I think the thing it was for me was that if you're going through the same thing, which I doubt you guys are, but to a certain extent, I'm pretty sure you guys are. I'm pretty sure someone will relate. If you're going through that, man, don't try to suppress it because I would try to suppress that and it would just get worse and worse. That's what I mean. You're gonna start paying for fucking for sex. Who the fuck pays for sex at the age of 22? It just and it's this is way TMI. I should not be saying this shit at all, but I do not give a fuck. I do not care. You're gonna just gonna lead you down. And not only I started going down that route, but literally put away aside my fucking dreams. I stopped going to the fucking gym. I stopped attaining that physique. I stopped obtaining because at the end of the day, if you want to obtain a certain physique, like a low body fat percentage physique, it ta- it just takes it. You got to eat the right fucking. I scrapped all of that, and I wanted to go for this girl, but at the same time, I have all these different desires, and I just didn't let the desires go through one by one. I think that was my biggest fucking issue. Like I wanted the relationship, but at the same time I wanted the physique, right? That completely fucking ruined it, man. That don't do that shit to yourself, guys. If I could do anything differently, is I would just go for the fucking desire, which was in this example the six pack. If you guys want the six pack, but at the same time you want the girl, go for the fucking choose one and go for that. Once you obtain that, then you could obtain the other fucking stuff. Um, but that's pretty much it. I don't want to take too much of you guys' fucking time because life, time is precious. Um, so is life. Yeah, yeah, guys. Don't do the shit that I do. Thanks.